more of a people guy. He was making eye contact. He was speaking, you know, like...
They thought he won the debate, right?
They thought he
won. 1, 2, 3, 4. What about Nixon?
Nixon won in terms of over the radio.
Well, what would people judge?
People were judging the fact that he did maintain eye contact.
On the radio.
He was looking at the monitor.
On the radio, what did people judge?
They loved his voice. They do it by voice and by conviction and
by their ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Make sure that you're clear on this because, and I'm trying to take this step by step so you can write me some good essays because sometimes y'all only write 2 or 3 sentences. I'm trying to give you all the stuff. I'm trying to make sure that you can tell me the story kind of in a coherent way. Nixon lost the debate because of stuff that didn't have to do with his ideas. He won it on radio because of his ideas. He never recovered from that disappointment. And like we were talking about with Watergate and some of the other things. Click it. We're almost done mercifully. Dear God, mercifully. Pick me a category.
Me?
Yeah, you're the last group.
Congress or executive? Executive for 5 points.
Executive for 5. List all you can. Click it. Oh, the 25th Amendment. Yeah, you have it. You've got it next, but you've got it now.
25th Amendment.
There's 4 parts.
Was passed in 1967.
4 parts.
Before Nixon came into office. Section 1. In case of the removal of the president from office or his death or resignation, the vice president shall become president.
Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the least controversial part. What's the second part?
Second part. Wherever there is a vacancy in the office of the vice president, the president shall nominate a vice president who shall take up office upon confirmation.
Why was this significant? Because this doesn't sound like that big of a deal.
The issue is that if you didn't have this particular part of the 25th Amendment in place, the vice president would have to wait until the whatever it's called, the year, not fiscal year, whatever year it is for presidents to get elected, they would have to wait until that term.
Have to wait until the election year. A lot of American presidents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of American presidents, if they lost a vice president, would not pick another one until the election.
Right.
The other thing that was significant, there was one other thing that's significant about that second part, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Anybody in the group?
It's the majority vote of both the House and Congress.
It is, both the House and the Senate. This is the one time where the House can actually vote to approve somebody. What's the third part? And don't give it to me word for word. Paraphrase it for me.
Okay. So if the president for some reason cannot do his job, he's been killed, he is sick, he for some reason cannot perform to the best of his abilities, like the one president, his daughter got abducted and he couldn't perform at his best. What they do is they basically write a letter and give up their power, and then they're able to retake that power once they are able to perform.
Yeah, that's right. Section 3 basically says that if the president is in a bad way, the president can give up the office by submitting in written form to the Speaker of the House, President Pro Tem of the Senate, that they're unable to do their duty. And then when they're ready to come back, then they put it in writing and they can get the office back on their own accord. And you're right, the example I had given was the daughter being kidnapped, the president thinking like a father and not as president, and ultimately the president coming back after the daughter had been found. What was the fourth part? And this was a big one because Caitlin really wanted to know how you could do something like this without impeachment. 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
The vice president and the majority of the cabinet can vote the president out of office if they think he's unfit.
Yeah, that's actually right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the vice president and a majority of the cabinet or other body, as the Congress may by law provide, if they deem the president unfit for duty, then in fact they can remove the president. What else is kind of important about this? How is this different from the third section? Y'all have it. 5. It's a really obvious thing. 4. Oh, it's so easy. 3.
Okay, you're not actually
resign.
Say what now?
That he doesn't actually have to resign, that they make the choice for him.
That sounds kind of like Section 3 all over again. Go ahead.
It's not with his will. It's against his will. If the president's unfit for duty, they're going to remove it.
No, that's what I said. But it doesn't have to be his choice that they just get rid of it.
The idea is the president cannot get the office back on his own. And that's the difference. In the Section 3, the president can write a letter and take the office back. In Section 4, the vice president and the cabinet have to give it back. Touch the House. Pick me a category. Oh my God, only a few more. Y'all gave me the last correct answer. Go ahead, because you got some ground to make up, Littles.
Congress for 2.
Big spenders. Pictionary. Well, I think we already did that, didn't we? That was spanking. That was spanking.
Yeah.
Pick me another one. Now, here's a hint. Get a higher point value.
Oh, I guess
Articles.
5.
Articles 5.
Click it. The Surgeon General. Y'all have it second, but y'all have it first.
the Surgeon General from Obama was obese, right?
Yes, she was obese. What was her name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Oh,
4. What was her name? 3. Oh my goodness, 2. Wow, this is easy. 1.
Vivek Murthy.
What's that?
Oh, never mind.
Go ahead. Who had the next one? Well, go ahead.
Dr. Benjamin.
What's your first name?
Regina.
It was Regina Benjamin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me more.
So she was elected to Surgeon General.
Selected to be Surgeon General. Selected.
Right,
She's
but
been
there were-
working for 52 years. She makes house calls and works in rural poor communities in Alabama. In 1995, she was the first black woman and youngest in the American Medical Association, but she was noticeably overweight. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She was eminently qualified to be a doctor. She was a doctor,
Yes.
frankly, with her heart. She had wonderful qualifications, and there was no question that she would make an excellent Surgeon General. But what was the issue? Go ahead.
The anti-fat brigade, they thought it would send a bad message
Straight
to
from
the
the
number
article,
one
yes.
issue in the U.S., which was obesity.
If the number one issue is obesity in the United States and you have an obese Surgeon General, then yeah, that's going to be a problem. Anything else you can tell me?
The
4.
Republicans were upset because it sends the wrong message to the overweight.
Got it? Anything else? 3.
Yes.
2.
She was.
1. Okay, I guess not. Go.
It's
5.
when he's yelling.
4.
It is discrimination based on appearance.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, this is one of those things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could actually make an argument that this was discrimination on gender, because you're not going to hear oftentimes this about
Right.
males, but also about appearance. I mean, she's perfectly capable. Go ahead, anything else?
And there
4.
was also an argument that
3.
she could understand the battle against obesity better because she was obese, so she could,
That is true. The argument, it's just like with a drug abuse counselor. A drug abuse counselor, a former addict would make an excellent drug abuse counselor because they get it. The argument was that she would understand the challenges. Anything else?
She was a person who.
I'm sorry, what?
Other countries wouldn't take us seriously if we sent her to other places because of her appearance. That's what you're talking
That was
about.
diplomatic. That was a Surgeon General.
You're saying -5? Mama Ava said -5. Okay, click it. Let's move on. Pick me one more. One more. Congress for 5.
It wasn't even worth that much. Like, that doesn't even.
Reasons for high incumbency. Y'all have it. Go.
Obstruction of justice, abuse of power, and
What? No.
-5. -10. Go ahead.
Name recognition.
Name recognition is one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me more.
The longer you stay, the higher your committee power is.
Say what is?
The longer you stay, the higher your committee.
The longer you stay there, the better the perks of office are, like committee assignments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else?
You typically have to do something like blatantly stupid in order to lose your.
Well, that's true, but other reasons for high incumbency. I got name recognition, I got committee assignment. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 5.
Your salary.
Salary. What do you mean by salary?
If you're already like an incumbent, you're getting paid like that's your job, so you're getting paid along with like you're already getting your allowance for your staff, so you can.
And if Hannah's the challenger, what's the problem?
So she has to take it out of her pocket, so she has to quit her own job and so she won't have like a steady income to.
Money is a big role in this. Anything else? 3, 2.
Did you say staff allowance already?
I don't think I heard staff allowance.
Staff
What do
allowance
you mean?
is, they have a whole staff allowance. They have a budget just for staff. That's not even for advertising and stuff.
In
So
the
they-
Eddie Murphy
so
movie, and I
Yeah.
showed you the scene in Eddie Murphy, it was, I think, about $150,000 and about $500,000 for staff. In today's world, the salary is over
I know. I just wanna
$200,000
make sure
and
you
the
know
staff
that.
allowance is over $1 million. So these are all kind of big points. Go ahead.
Free air travel. They have free air travel.
Yeah, they do. And they have something else that's free, right?
God damn it.
5.
Free printing.
Free printing. What's it called? 4. Printing. Postage. Paper. 5.
It ain't the stamp.
4. 3. It's a person's name. 2.
Oh,
Not in this
man.
room though. 1. Go ahead.
Well, I don't. It's not.
Okay, then I don't want it yet.
Darn it.
Franking.
Ah.
Franking. Salary. Staff.
It's there.
But it doesn't have
I have it
anything
in my
next to it.
Committee assignments. Gerrymandering could be another. Okay, gerrymandering would be another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I shouldn't give you that after Mama Ava rolled off all those things. Okay, let's stop it there.